On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 C's. I deal with life different, make a lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage and say sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. W's is a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we
Oh, here we go.
What should my name be?
Nostradamus.
Oh, here we go.
I said you're not very athletic.
I've beat 2 to 4 people on this podcast in golf. And I could hit 1 of 4 softballs out of the park.
No, there's no.
Oh, here we go.
Yesterday, unbeknownst to anyone else in this group, my wife and I went to the New Kids on the Block concert. And I got to see Donnie the Man Wahlberg live.
Fellas,
Still awesome.
fellas, what is up? Why are you laughing?
The intro gets me every time.
I mean, what's so funny? Huh?
It's awesome. I mean, it takes me back to a year ago when we started all this. It's classic, absolutely classic.
No, Andy, I'm not going to wear the leprechaun outfit, just so you know. But we do have a big show for you guys tonight because I know that we've been working long and hard all week with the 9/11 conspiracy theory we're going to talk about. I see Timmy smiling. It's like he's got something up his sleeve.
No, I ain't got nothing on my sleeve. Got short sleeves on. Short sleeves on.
So we're going to play some Smash or Pass. We got some good questions. Make sure you stay tuned, Andy, because some of these questions have to deal with you, and I'll need your backup and support for this. Show our TikToks of the week. Play a little trivia. We're switching up trivia. I'm an actual contestant tonight. Timmy came up with the questions, so we're going to see how this goes. I don't feel good about this topic, but what you got written down there, Joe? Is that study notes?
This is some of my trivia, not my trivia. I got to come strong. Got to come prepared tonight. So
He's not. Look, he there's no collusion here. That's for sure. He ain't ready.
no,
He ain't ready.
It'll be
I just wanted to make sure my background is good. I'm changing my background so you can see my questions.
I see you good, man. I see. I mean, that's one of our first backgrounds we made a while back. So,
There we go. That might a little bit.
so what do you guys want to start off with? I mean, Joe, you got anything big? You want to tell us what you got? Something big going on tomorrow night, right?
I do. Headed over to a dear friend of mine's high school. They do a weekly, I don't know if you want to call it motivational or preparation speech. They do a series of talking points throughout the week with a football team leading up to the playoffs. So they bring in a guest speaker every Thursday after their practice before the game. So I'm on tap this year. Tried to do it last year, but volleyball, we kept going through Thursday. So looking to come in, make a good, it's finish strong and talk about some legacy points. So any listeners out there got some good advice on what I gotta sell to these young future leaders. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be blast, and hopefully I do a better job speaking
I thought you were
than I did this last 30 seconds.
I thought you were gonna do like a prep run tonight, so we got to hear it and we could give you some critique on it. No,
I can give you a little. I've been trying to narrow
let's hear
it down because it's about legacy, right? And I mean, how does one measure their legacy, right? So that's kind of my theme, is kind of using our background in the military and the values we had established, how we lived up to these values. So we had no doubt the legacy we were leaving behind, and if we met these certain values within our professional and personal life, we would not. I don't think there would be a doubt our legacy would be secure. I've always talked about affecting 10. You can't affect 100, and keeping that circle small of 10, and those 10 have another 10. So it's kind of some of my key points. Modeling it after things I'm comfortable with talking about. It's cheesy, but loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage, and just factoring that in not only as a kid or a young man on a football team, but a son, a future leader, future husband, future father. How all those tie in together. So looking forward to it.
Is this a paid gig? Is this your first paid motivational speech?
No, but it may lead to bigger and better things. No, it's definitely not paid. I know.
well, you said it's cheesy, but it's not cheesy if your reflection in your voice is powerful.
Yeah.
Like the team.
Yeah. Yes, nobody likes a loser. I'm gonna try to say there's winners and losers. If your dad says it's how you play the game, your dad's probably a loser. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So Timmy, you got your race tomorrow, right, buddy?
Yep, racing at Phoenix tomorrow. Been practicing this week. It's a kind of a oddball. It's not like a true oval. Got a little different things going on there, so I had to put some practice in this week for that. Excited about that. We have Halloween coming up, and got the grandson's going to be here. He's going to be Luca and the golf cart, and that's always a good experience. We got mother-in-law coming down, and her sister from Cleveland, Auntie Joy. I love this lady. She's going to be awesome, so pretty excited about them all coming down. Have a good weekend.
Did you say Luca?
Well, last week we kind of let people down with our. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Luca.
What was you gonna say?
Yeah. Never watched Luca? Your kid's older.
Okay.
Luca's a Disney movie. It's Italian,
Okay.
based off of sea monsters. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, pretty good. So last week we let people down, I think, with our TikTok of the week. So we're going to try to redeem some of those this week. We said they have to be 45 seconds or less. Timmy, we supplemented the one you sent for the one you said you were going to send. So we'll see how this goes. All right.
Sorry.
So we had to swap yours out, buddy. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. TikToks of the week.
So for every 35 pounds that a man loses, he gains 1 inch in his
doctor say?
I got a prescription for daily sex.
Eric, that says dyslexia.
Don't fuck your coworkers. Hey, don't fuck your coworkers.
That was
Don't
not
fuck
Timmy's
your coworkers.
video.
Hey.
Sorry about that. That was not the right one.
What is going on right now?
We're completely banned. We're completely banned.
No kidding, dude. What are we doing right now?
That was my bad. I swapped that video.
With that?
No, that's not what I swapped it with.
Mine was a big girl running up the damn rocky stairs.
It was 2 minutes and 2 seconds of just people
You could've
running.
flipped it
It
down
was
and
the
stopped
it
it
was
after
the
20
Price
seconds.
is Right video where the guy.
Yeah, we were
tripped.
going to show the Price is Right. So Jake says he's lost 45 pounds, so he's up 1.5 inches. So that Jake, which video are you voting for? But probably not number 3. That was not supposed to be played, guys. I guess I need to put some kind of delay on this thing so I can edit that stuff out real quick. That was really
We're
an
still
accident.
live. We're still live.
Yeah, it's the bad thing about going live.
What do you got on your TikTok?
Which one of you guys are watching this on Facebook right now? Because I can hear it
That
in the
was me.
background.
That was me.
I got it on mute. So.
I had a video send me a Snapchat watching it, so
Oh, okay.
hopefully she does not watch that part. Sorry, Liz. Sorry, she's never heard that before, by the way.
I should tell everybody who sent that video to us to watch.
No. It
No.
wasn't me, but whoever it was, don't say no.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll see those votes roll in here in a little bit, but I want to get straight into the conspiracy theory stuff, man. 'Cause before I get too sideways drinking over here, I need to get this knocked out. So I just asked that we have one rule, and that's to let each other finish what they have to say before you jump in with your counter argument. Is that fair? Can we agree with that? Since there's 2 of y'all, 1 of me.
What do you
But
mean
I
there's
came
2 of
prepared to
us?
fight.
I'm very open to either opinion.
Joel's been sending you stuff all week, and you guys have been colluding, Mr. Collusion, on this topic.
You
Are you going to deny it?
No, I'm not denying that part.
See, exactly. See, weaponized. Got my chain on. Got my camouflage hat. Putting out fires with Smokey. I'm ready. So let's hear this conspiracy theory you got for 9/11, Joel.
All right, so as you know, I should have a tinfoil hat on because sometimes I don't really. It's not that I don't believe everything; it's just some things don't make a lot of sense to me, and I don't process things like other people do, right? As with the moon, I just can't process the distance. So my key point, and I even shared this with Brian, was talking about the building's collapse. But I'm not going to talk about the Twin Towers that collapsed. So my main conspiracy tonight is about World Trade, 7 World Trade, which was a building adjacent to them that also collapsed. I see Brian trying to Google some information so you can get
I'm
in
not
this
Googling.
today.
Not Googling.
So World Trade Center 7, right? Like I said, it was not directly impacted by any plane, and it collapsed 7 hours after World Trade Center number 1 collapsed. I have a couple videos we'll show in a minute to kind of explain what I'm trying to get through. So it was owned by Larry Silverstein, who also owned all the World Trade Centers. When we show the videos, it actually free falls down as like it is being detonated. It free falls in about 6 seconds. There's so many details in all this. You know, there's a National Institute of Science and Technology that did a report. I tried to skim through it. It was about 100 pages and try to bring out some key points. Even they can't even figure out why the building collapsed. Obviously, because there was nothing there to study, because once the building collapsed, it was the first one to be cleaned up, because there were proclaimed to be no survivors, or no one was supposed to be in that building because it was evacuated. So I understand the point where they can immediately start cleaning that up to look for other survivals in the rubble. However, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say conspiracy, but some interesting facts of why there wasn't time taken to at least do some analysis on why it actually fell. So everything in this report, which was government driven, was based off of no evidence, right? It was the same evidence we basically see eyewitness accounts, doing computer, I guess you call it, they do a computer modeling of how it would fall, and I watched through like 2 hours of it, and none of them could even be similar to how it fell. So Brian, will you show the one of the either the first or the second video?
All right, this is your first video because I had it
Okay.
queued up because that's where you were headed. So, show your first video. Let me make sure you guys can hear.
Getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. And I said, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
That's what I call a smoking gun.
Okay, so I believe one of the default arguments would to go back to this executive government report.
Do you have papers in front of you right now?
I do. So all right, so before we skip to anything, that was Larry Silverstein, who owned the building, right? Who, prior to this, took out several different insurance policies based off of terrorist events due to the bombing that happened, I believe, a few in the 90s in the basement. He settled for, I think his initial claim was $7 billion against the insurance company, and he was given roughly $4.5 billion. In that building were multiple government agencies, to include the CIA, FBI. The three-letter agencies that were located in World Trade 7 was very interesting. Key points I want to put out, if I can actually find my notes, is that it says, however, the reader should keep in mind that the building and the records kept within it were destroyed, and all the remains of the World Trade Center buildings were disposed before congressional action and funding was available for an investigation to begin. They actually rule out, basically they're saying it was a fire that weakened the structure enough to fall. I don't believe a fire there's no jet fuel, so you can take out any type of flammable substance. The only fuel in the building would be basically office furniture and paper. I don't believe a fire can get hot enough. I think steel starts weakening around less than 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I think fire and paper wood and paper fire gets around 1,000 degrees. So I don't think it could weaken the structure enough. They wrote in their report that the damage was not significant enough from when the World Trade Center 1 fell to weaken the structure at all. All the steel beams within this building are fire coated. They're coated with a fire retardant substance. So even if some of that may have been damaged, I don't believe there was enough that would weaken the entire building that it would collapse in a manner that way. So lots of points. I know I'm rambling. What do you think? That's some of my conspiracy. I know that's not the entire 9/11. I mean, there's so many other things with planes and pilots and where's the debris and who could do and what. But that's kind of that kind of makes my spider senses tingle a little bit.
You look like that Brooks dude defending himself just now. You went out there with your
Yeah,
papers on.
yeah. Especially when the guy that owns it on camera goes, "Hey, they made the decision to pull it." Well, if I researched the term "pull it" when it comes to demolitions, pull it is the term when you're actually pulling the switch for controlled detonation. Am I saying there was controlled detonation? I don't know, because I looked up controlled detonation. How long would that take? I do know that it roughly takes about 4 months process to fully rig up a building. There was, hold on, one last point. There was a time where the building had been, several floors had been shut down because of asbestos and mold. So I know that's crazy theory, but that's what, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, Brian, go.
So,
Brian, you got 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Oh, I can handle that. All right. Let's start with the easy stuff. You quoted the NIST report, right?
Yes.
National Institute of Standards Technology. The report was written, right? There were a couple of things that you did misquote, however, right? The first is, and I could pull it up on the screen if you want, right? But there was debris that hit Building 7, right?
I did say that, but
okay.
in there,
So which ignited the fires.
Yep.
Which ignited the fires. Yes?
I do, yes, but in the report, they say that the damage from the other building was not significant, played no part in the demise of the building. It is quoted in the report. They say that.
I don't think it does. I got the report right here. I will pull the report up for you. Where's that at in the report?
I believe it's on page 39.
39. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can zoom this in for you guys here. All right. So what were the contributing factors there? Factors contributing to the building failure were thermal expansion occurring at temperatures hundreds of degrees below those typically considered in a design practice for establishing structure fire resistant ratings. So the heat definitely had to do with it. All right, and also it'll tell you that building is not of typical design. It also tells you in here that the sprinkler system didn't work. In half the building.
It did work until the primary water source was cut off.
Half the building didn't work.
Okay.
Right? So, just a question. How many of the 7 buildings were standing at the end of after the 2 buildings collapsed? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. How many of them were left standing?
None of them.
Now, they all had at least some partial collapse. There were parts of the building standing. So, to say that World Trade Center 7 was not part of the. So, were they part of the attack, or was this staged just so they could blow up number 7? What are you insinuating, that the building was going to fall, so they blew it up, or hey, let's go blow it up for an insurance claim because 2 planes just crashed? I mean, if it's a controlled detonation, there has to be a little bit of lead time there to get explosive planted, right?
Yes.
So that was part of it as well. 1 and 2.
That might have been the initial plan. Is, hey, we're going to crash. We're going to stage an attack, right? To get to
number 7.
Just to get to our true objective, right? I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying the collapse of how that building collapsed, the words that were spoken, the eyewitness of secondary blasts, the videos of the windows blasting out, there's just a lot of evidence out there that makes me question how this building fell.
You
right?
can't question just one part without questioning the whole thing.
I'm just saying.
So do you question the whole thing, or there was a target of opportunity, right? And that building fell because there was a target of opportunity? Is that what you're saying?
There was a sizable amount of money to be claimed due to the destruction of these buildings in a certain manner. Billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Yes.
Billions upon billions of dollars. Listen. But, so you still didn't answer my question. Is it a target of opportunity after the two towers fell and somebody went in there in that short amount of time, laid explosives, blew a building up, nobody saw them going in, there's all the debris and everything happening?
I'm not saying they did that work after the initial crashes.
So was it there before?
There are several theories out there that believe this is true.
Okay, which theory do you believe? You have to have a theory to go along with it. There's got to be a theory.
No, stop. You're dissecting the wrong part of my argument. I'm not going to cross my arms here, but you telling me you watched that video and within 7 hours of the first fire reported, it falls in that manner?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
How?
It wasn't a typical building. It was a lot wider than the other buildings.
It was constructed in the same manner as the other two. There was a power
house. Do I still have your video? Let's see here. I want to see if I still have your video.
Play the last video then. Play the last video I shared.
The last one in your link.
The last one in my link.
All right. And while I'm pulling this up, I want you to think about what's your actual theory? How did the building come down?
Nightclubs and blocks of flats.
Now, did you set it from a certain point, that link? It started about halfway through.
That's where I was watching it, but you can start. So backstory is this is a building of similar size, similar design, with the Windsor building in, I believe it was India, and it burned at high temperature, all steel, for over 24 hours, and it only had a partial collapse.
It had been one of Madrid's most emblematic buildings.
It's in Madrid.
Skyscraper more than 100 meters high. But after fire ripped through the 21st floor of the Windsor building, large chunks of its burning structure plunged to the ground, sending columns of black smoke into the air. The building in the business part of Madrid was empty when the fire started.
Look, I don't know about the whole look again, and that's what we've talked about before. Is that there's just a smidge of doubt there. And would you say before it's 26 people, it becomes a conspiracy? I don't think that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm saying we could do the Pentagon. That thing's kind of fishy. This building's 7 though. I mean, it comes straight down. It just doesn't make any sense. And there's so many people that are saying they're gonna blow it up. How did they get in there?
I'm not saying that they did that before.
But it would have been easy. It would have been more convincing, I think, if we, and that would be more conspiracy, is what's in Building 7 that they want to make sure that's not there. Maybe it's I don't know. I'm just saying, you watch the building come down. It doesn't look like, you could say that, all right, from Tower 1 and 2 coming down, that it disrupted the structure of that building where it came down. But you can see in the videos and everything else that the other buildings next to it didn't come down, where they just all built crappy and they just came down. I mean, why did they come down that way? You can watch implosions all day long and they come straight down. And people say they heard a big bang. It wasn't like, I don't know. So I'm in agreement. There's some weirdness happening there. There's some stuff that, look, just could have been that way, whatever. But
so I'll go back to it's the bottom of page PDF page 39 is the last paragraph, and it states, other than initiating the fires in World Trade Center 7, the damage from the debris from World Trade Center 1 had little effect on initiating the collapse of World Trade 7. So this official report says the only thing that caused this building to collapse was a fire.
Were the fires? Yes. I don't. Nobody disputes that. Nobody disputes that. The fire caused the building collapse. You're the only person disputing that.
What's
I
the
don't
fuel?
dispute
What's
that.
the fuel source? Wood and paper. That was the main thing that was in that building.
Okay, that's fine. The fire caused
And
the
it's
building
an
collapse.
all- it's all
That's what's
steel.
in the official report says. I agree with the official report. That's not a conspiracy. That's what the government
It is
told
a
you.
conspiracy.
How's it a conspiracy when the government told you that the debris from World Trade Center 1 had little effect on initiating the collapse? The building withstood the damage. The result is the 7 exterior columns severed and subsequently withstood fire involving the typical office combustibles.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. However, even if it was brought down by fire, it would not collapse in that manner, right? So the fires were located on one corner of the building. So,
correct.
So, I would love to pull up the other video. It probably
I can
lists
pull it up if you want.
No, not. I didn't put it on there, but it's a video of them recreating the collapse from the corner burning, the middle burning, the top burning, and nothing falls in that manner. Nothing brings down a 470-foot building in 6.5 seconds. It's never been. Even in the report, they state they have nothing to compare it to because it's never happened in a building like this.
Hold on. I think I know which report you have. I can pull that up. It was done out of a college in Alaska.
It's one of them. Yep. Leroy
Yep.
Halsey.
Yep. Hold on.
Yep.
I'll pull it up for you real quick. Keep talking. I'll pull it up.
I mean, I don't
Josh
have.
said, can you imagine the debris field from 200+ story buildings?
Well, Josh, here's your official report, and the officials say that the damage didn't have any effect on the building, Josh.
Josh is what's he do for a living?
He's a civil engineer.
All right.
I've already had this discussion with Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
All right. So this is your report, correct? This is the
I've not.
report you want
I've honestly not seen that report. I watched a little bit of the guy's video. Very
Okay.
hard to watch.
His
Uber
videos
smart.
are- It goes in line. This report goes in line with his videos. This is the report that accompanies it. It talks about the NIST report and the free fall, all that, correct? I just
Like I
need
said,
you to agree that
I've not read. I don't have anything from him. I just had an excerpt of someone quoting.
You've got
him.
26 papers in front of you, Joel.
So I have the NIST. I have a thing about the owner that says, "Hey, we made the decision to blow the building up."
okay. All right.
On national
So
TV.
this is the guy that has your videos. All right. I want you to read this statement right here. In addition to the university and its personnel, we would like to thank the architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth for providing funding to conduct this research project. Right?
Yep.
Okay. You know who 9/11 architects and engineers for Truth are? They're
You're trying to use this.
Profit trying to sue that sues the building owners in the lawsuits at the World Trade Center, still trying to get money, and from 2015 to 2019 raked in $3.5 million in donations. So do they have a financial incentive to say that the federal government, NIST, and FEMA are wrong? Of course they do.
You said million? That's, I mean,
3.5 million in 5 years.
That is not a large donation. That is not a substantial amount of money in the world of donors. It's not.
How's that not? Is that not a financial incentive?
It's not.
To be part of the lawsuit.
I got a farmer down the road wants to give me $1 million to help the school build a pool.
Yeah,
that's not.
He's willing to pay you $1 million.
Yeah.
Are you going to build the pool for $1 million?
That's tax write-off. No.
Are you going to build the pool for $1 million?
I need $5 million.
Right. So when you have these legal
listen,
battles,
you're getting, Brian. Do you believe that building in 6.5 seconds after being on fire for 7 hours collapses in that manner?
Absolutely.
There's
absolutely.
I love you because you're sticking to your argument. I think deep down you're like, man, that's tough. That's tough to see.
No, I don't think that these 3 people that wrote this report are more qualified than the 60 or 70 people that wrote the NIST report. And
hey, Brian, was there other buildings next to it that would have been in between the debris field and all that didn't come down?
No, all those buildings are on the ground. There's one. You're talking about World Trade Center 7 across the street. It's in the FEMA
across
report.
the street. Yeah.
But the building next door to
so none of the buildings
right
across
here.
the street.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's too small. Hold on. We're on delay.
Yeah, I mean, look, there was another building in between there.
Does that
6.
one come down?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, they
eventually.
all. Yes, they all did. They all did. I mean, so you could stick with and that's just, you're just saying that that's a target of opportunity that just happened to be there, and in 7 hours they were able to deploy what they need to destroy a building.
That's not what I said at all. I never said that at all. I said that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that during this tragedy they had a plan that would say, okay, we're going to go in there and strap bombs in there. I didn't say that. Never made that point. Never even acknowledged that point. My main point was what did Josh say?
What percentage of engineers and architects does that account for? Less than 1%. See?
I don't know what that means.
He's saying that those engineers that told you that couldn't happen are liars. That's what he's saying. He's saying they don't know what they're talking about.
And he said he wouldn't let them pump their gas, gas in his car.
So Josh hasn't listened to one flipping episode. He comes on here, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Listen, don't be harassing our listeners, Mr. Dalton.
I'm not. I know what's going on here. I know there was no way that he wouldn't be on here without Brian texting and be like, Josh, get on here. You got to do this.
I don't have Josh's number.
Don't you lie to me.
Don't
you lie to me.
I don't.
See?
Look.
It just does not fall like that. That is my total conspiracy.
Hold on a second.
I'm not saying it.
Who's
Gagan. That's my nephew.
Yeah, but here's the question.
Which side? Which
in your family of the 3 brothers, who's the engineer? Who went to NC State and said it can happen? You got you,
but he's just a
and Jay and Josh. Josh is the smartest of the 3 of you. We all know that, and he's trying to tell you guys. He's your brother. He loves you. He's trying to tell you, Pruitt's right. You guys are wrong.
Yeah, I whatever you say, Batman. I mean, I'm with you, but it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. I'm telling you.
All right, boys, we gotta move this on. I'm sorry, I couldn't help you.
I'm just going back that my mind can't wrap around that falling just because it was damaged. It was on fire. Where there's other examples, it's never happened before in history, and there are other buildings of similar size and stature that have caught fire that did not completely topple like that, especially in a demolition mode. That's my point.
But
that's your conspiracy.
I don't have an end point. I don't have who stood to gain from this.
What's the underground of
this is why I don't want to do conspiracies anymore.
Well, underneath in New York City, let's be honest real quick. New York City isn't like they have, like it goes to center earth underneath these buildings. They have They have all these subways. They have parking garages, everything else underneath, and then there's water. So I mean, it could be that
This one had a power plant underneath it. Who said fuel? What did they say? I can't see that.
It said caught fire with jet fuel.
No, it didn't have. It didn't get impacted by a plane. There was no fuel in the building.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. That's what I'm telling you. That what NIST and FEMA put out is correct. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it's a conspiracy. I believe they reported the facts. You're saying
you don't believe it could have been a structural flaw in the building?
It could have been, if that's what the report. It could have been a structural flaw.
All right, watch the other video. It talks about the guy who designed the building, and they had to build it over the power plant, so there was a design structural flaw in that as a weak point. Was it in the report? No, because it opens up for many, many different lawsuits because they built a design with a structural flaw that if that weak point collapsed, the whole building would collapse.
Yeah.
But that was in the report? No. All right, moving on. Smash or pass?
Oh, you done?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've tried to make my point. I just don't understand the collapsing of that building.
I was really hoping you were going to talk about the box cutters. I was ready for that too, man.
Well,
y'all didn't give me anything? All right. So could the report possibly be right? Do you think it could be right?
No.
No, it can't be right. But there's no facts to back it up. It just can't be right because it doesn't feel right in your gut.
Doesn't feel right. My gut's never wrong. Doesn't feel right. I mean, you got the guy. You got the guy who owns the building.
Joel,
saying,
Did you print that paper at home?
Yeah.
Do you print a lot of stuff at home, or is that like?
No, I just took out. Well, yeah, I do print front and back.
That's good.
Wasn't a structural flaw until this event. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So should we ask the audience?
Josh ain't getting no Christmas card this year. Love live. We had a round table at the fire pit one night, and I'm just the whole thing blows my mind. The whole thing just.
Well, let me give you just a couple other things, since
no,
you made me do all the research.
No.
Yes,
no.
You
did your own research. You wanted it that way.
You didn't know which year we were going. I promise I didn't tell them.
No, y'all didn't tell me. All right, so you've talked about the box cutters getting through.
No, we're done with this. We're moving on.
Oh, hold on.
Smash pass.
Did you know the metal detectors were only designed or were calibrated to detect items with at least a metal content of a .22 caliber handgun? Didn't matter. They wouldn't have. So they could have smuggled that through. Not an issue. What else did I want to tell you? That not only were you allowed to carry a knife, you could carry a knife up to 4 inches. And they used mace.
I don't know what your point is.
Because you're saying I don't see how people could do it with box covers.
Your family could meet you.
I know you're twisting my words. I said I don't understand how someone can hijack a plane and crash it in a building just using box cutters. I didn't say,
mace.
Ooh.
Box cutters and mace.
It's temporary fix.
All right. Hey, Brian, real quick. On my point, you think that the flight that landed in Pennsylvania, that you think that was shot down, or you think they charged the cockpit and crashed?
They charged the cockpit.
Okay. I would disagree with that there.
You got time. You got.
No. We're done with this. Moving on. I'm just saying. Hey, look, that's an easy one to say.
Charge the cockpit, and there's zero debris in the field. That's interesting.
Them jets were them jets were out there for a long time. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's no way that the government's going to say, yeah, we took that plane out.
Yeah.
And actually, the government did say that they authorized the kill shot, but the planes that were dispatched to go after it didn't have any ammunition. They were National Guard planes. So what do you think? Did they bump it to the ground? Is that your thought now?
No. They were on selfers. They were armed.
And so Brian's right, But in the report, it also said that the pilots of those planes were prepared to ram the plane to take it down.
They were, correct.
Yes.
Correct. But by the time they got there, it had already crashed.
Already crashed. Open
Yeah.
field.
Yes. Yes.
We ain't got no air defense either.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake
smash
said no
or pass?
airplane. Oh, that's an easy one to debunk, Jake. I'm not even gonna mess with that one. I got a whole video.
Is it?
on that. Yes, that's the easiest one to debunk.
We're at 45 minutes, boys. We need to get to smash pass.
Okay, fine. Well, maybe we can come back to this another day. That's the easiest one. Jake, call me one day. I'll explain all this to you.
Oh, he's gonna mansplain to Jake. Ah!
Brian, I never crossed my arms. I never.
You didn't cross your arms, but you got heated.
Josh is giving us stuff I have no idea. Revisionist history. Here we go.
All right. So, smash or pass? Is that what we're doing next?
I hope so.
All right. Here we go. Smash
make
or pass?
it quick.
Do what?
I said we gotta make it quick.
All right.
We're gonna make it quick.
We can do it quick.
We just gotta catch up on time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got this tree left.
All right.
Can we say that?
Oh, sorry,
I
my
didn't understand what smash
video's
pass
trying to play
was
for you.
when we brought this up.
Yeah, I do know what smash or pass was.
Now
my video laying on my computer. So give me 1 second. All right, we're good.
You didn't even acknowledge my
All right,
Windsor
so-
building.
Y'all can argue
saying.
about this later.
All right, I'm trying, Jake. All right, first question: smash or pass? Get this thing cleared off. Is Brian and Andy will make it to Charlotte safe for the guys trip? Remember, we are driving down in blue from my house that morning. Timmy, you go first.
So first of all, I thought you were taking the train, and then and for our listeners, or I think we have 6 of them now. Big Blue does have a radio now. It magically started working the other day. And Andy, I told you I was going to bring this up. He got the liner that's in the car that would droop down your head. He got that replaced. I think he was working on that. So I'm going to say smash. You'll make it back. I mean, that car does go from Hickory to Raleigh. I mean, several other times. That car's not going to get from Hickory to New Jersey or Atlantic City. I mean, that's never going to happen. But from Raleigh to Charlotte area, yes, I say smash. That's that.
All right, what you got, Joel?
You know, I know we want to discuss it, but I'm gonna smash this too. I got to see Old Blue in person today. She's looking good. You know, it's cleaned up headliner. What's the old Annabelle or what's the crazy Claire movie?
Christine.
Christina. You know, I want to talk about Old Blue. We might have to drive Old Blue to New Jersey. You never know. Just want to make sure nothing bad happens, but they're gonna make it safe.
Yeah, I smashed that, man, all day long. We're making it down. Andy ain't gonna let anything happen to me.
And
all right, next one.
It'll be a
He
great
wouldn't
story.
tell us if he
Great
told us.
story.
Phillies will win the World Series. Joel, you're up.
I'm gonna smash this because I know Timmy's gonna pass on it because he's an Astros, he's an Altuve homo, but I think they got a lot of young energy. I think they got hitting, pitching, fielding. I think they got the mojo to make it happen. So, and they definitely have home field advantage over the Astros because if you watch these games, Phillies crowd was insane. So they're going to feed off the crowd. They're going to win this in 6.
All right, what you got, Timmy? Phillies will win the World Series.
Pass. Astros have been here many, many times in the past.
They were there
Yes,
last year
don't-
and lost.
Not to the Phillies. Hey, it's my turn.
I'm sorry.
So,
I apologize.
They're deep. They have this young kid. He's literally young kid. He's out of 24, 25. He's Soto Jr. The dude, all he does is smash home runs. You got great leadership on that's been to this place before. They've rotated over. This team is a dynasty. They've got the pitching. They got Verlander up there with the skills from the past. I don't see this game. I don't see the series going past 5. I think it's either 4-1 or a sweep. I love the Phillies. You know, that home field. Look, they don't go there till game 3, and by game 3, their pitching staff, the National Leagues who they've played, they don't have the hitting talent and the pitching talent that the Astros have. They haven't played anybody like that. So
did you say pass? You said pass. Okay. All right. So you say that the other team's going to win. I'm going to say smash because I didn't know which 2 teams were in the World Series. So I'll take whoever sent that question. I'll smash that. I had no idea who was in the World Series. All right.
Who's your young dude you were talking about? Jordan Alvarez?
Is it Alvarez? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
he was in the last year, too, by the way.
Joel, Republicans will take the House in the midterms.
I'm going to pass. I just don't think. I think it remains about the same, unfortunately. But I don't think. I don't think there's going to be the big red wave as everybody expects it to happen.
All right, Timmy, what you got? Smash or pass? Republicans take the House.
I say smash, and there's a reason why. You've got the intermediate voters, especially in some of these battlegrounds districts, things like that. And there's one thing that doesn't take policy lines, and that's the economy. And with the inflation and all that stuff, it's too easy to blame it on the current. I'd say that they do.
Yeah, I would smash that too. I think that they are going to take the House simply because I think the Democrats are focused in the wrong areas. They're every commercial you see and every dollar they've spent almost in its entirety has only focused on abortions. And while abortion is a big topic in politics, it is not the biggest topic in politics right now. So I'd have to smash that. Right.
Where's my money at? Where's my money at?
All right, Timmy. Ye West has gone crazy. Smash or pass?
Wait, what?
Kanye West. He's gone crazy. Smash or pass?
No, he's been crazy for a long time. He didn't just start. So, I would smash that.
All right. Joel, what you got?
Well, I mean, same along. I mean, I'm going to pass. I don't think he's gone crazy. I think he's been crazy for a while. So I think Timmy wanted to pass, actually. So I think we're both passing. I think old boy's been off his rocker.
Yeah, he just wants to be in the news. He's Antonio Brown Jr.
Money.
I smashed that all day. It was 6 or 7 weeks ago. He said he wanted out of his Adidas contract and his Gap contract. He wanted out of them. And so how else to get out of them than to make people think he's crazy? He intentionally did this. He is a much smarter businessman than people give him credit for. I smashed that all day long. He ain't crazy. He knew exactly what he was doing to get out of those contracts.
Let's revisit this next year.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Like 8 years ago, he was on stage and said George Bush hates black people. He wasn't crazy then when he said that?
Yeah.
He went up and
that's what we're saying.
Taylor Swift's grabbed her damn award away from her.
Did he stay in the spotlight when he jumped up?
No, he's got that.
Right.
Antonio Brown's in the spotlight too. Antonio Brown didn't play football anymore. He's still
the man
in the
made $1
spotlight.
billion.
I'm not saying he's
talented.
He's not crazy. I'm just saying he went crazy a long time ago.
I don't think he was crazy then. I don't think he's crazy now. I think he's a smart guy and he knows what he's doing to get that money. How else you don't become a billionaire by being crazy?
Yeah, like blowing up a building to get insurance money.
Yeah, that didn't happen either. All right, smash or pass, Timmy. There are more wheels than doors in the world. There are more wheels than doors in the world. Smash or pass?
I'm gonna pass just because I've been to El Salvador. Hold on, think about that real quick because I don't think they have doors in their houses. I'm gonna smash that because I've been to El Salvador and there's definitely more cars than there were doors there.
Okay.
Third world countries, yeah.
All right, Joe. What about you?
Yeah, I'm smashing this. I do think there's more wheels just with toy cars and Hot Wheels and bicycles, and I think that the final number number outweighs it based on just your average household.
Yeah, I smash it too. Smash it all day. Have you ever seen a conveyor belt? You know how many wheels are on the damn conveyor belt? I mean, I get it. When you go inside your house, you got cabinet doors and this, that, and the other. But as many conveyor belts as there are in the world, there's no way there's more doors than there are wheels. All right, Joel. This one's to you, baby. Joel will be the first guy to take a nap on our guys' trip.
Do you have a picture? Can you
Smash,
put a picture up?
I wish I did have a picture.
I gotta be prepared.
I should have downloaded that picture.
Can I tell the listeners and viewers?
No,
and
hold on.
everybody-
Let me give my answer. All right. So,
Yeah, okay.
so a nap is. Can we agree that a nap is like under an hour? It's 30 to 45 minutes. Right? Not
Okay,
go to
sure.
sleep for the night. So I'm definitely going to smash this because probably going to need a nap. I'm going to agree. However, I'm going to be watching you boys on the airplane. Don't you dare fall asleep. Don't you dare. I'm not. If you close both eyes, I'm calling y'all out. I'm
Bro,
telling
you ain't gonna be watching me. I'm first class, baby.
I'm
You're gonna see the back of his head.
Plane.
First class and Frontier.
What airport
You ever seen
we
front
flying
class?
on? Yeah, you're on Frontier first class.
Yes, I
Come
got
on,
first
man.
class in Frontier.
That's like riding in the first seat of the
1A, baby.
Bluebird.
1A. Yeah, first class. I'll have my drinks. I'm
No,
ready.
you won't.
So yeah,
No,
I'll
you
probably
won't have your drink.
I won't be the
Yeah.
first to go to bed, but I'll probably take. Yeah.
All right, Tim, smash or pass. Joel's
So
the first
first
to
of
take
all,
that.
we go back to Frontier real quick, and my boy up there, Brian, he did hook me up and upgraded me to first row when we went to Lennox Zoo last time for my retirement, and we had brought some little bottles on there, and I was all excited and got them up there, and I was about to open them up, and that's not allowed, by the way, on the planes. They frown upon that, and if I'd have been in like the third row, they wouldn't have seen that, so I'd have been better off. But I'm definitely I'm smashing that. He'll be the.
I smash it too. Joel's
Yeah,
always
he's
first to take a
taking
nap.
that.
That's done. That's done.
Done.
All right, Timmy, you ready? You ready to do some trivia?
I like
Oh,
how you
Joel,
single me
while he's
out
pulling
here.
his
I like
trivia
it.
up. What,
I like how you single me out here.
I mean, we all get to contribute to Smash or Pass questions.
No, man. I'm fine. I hadn't crossed my arms one time. I'm fine with it. So
Well, we're past that now. That topic's closed. The door shut until unless we want to talk about the rest of the
Listen.
conspiracy next week.
while he pulls this up, I watched the thing today and it talked about guys can throw insults at other guys and still be friends and don't mean it, you know. But women can compliment other women and they're not friends with them. So that's why I enjoy us. You know, none of this is real serious except for when my brother gets in. I get a little personal.
We had two brothers on.
Just kidding.
All right, boys, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so I can't see your billboards because my screen is frozen. So
That's
you guys
okay.
are gonna have to help me out.
Okay.
We got you.
That part. All right, so this is presidential trivia. We have 8 questions.
All right.
Tiebreaker. First question. Which president was the tallest?
Which president was the tallest? Which president was the tallest? I'm ready.
Why can't
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm good
Well,
now.
it's-
Honest Abe.
I put Lincoln.
Yeah.
Honest Abe's good. We got 1-1. We got 1-1.
And that was
All right. Who was the
All right.
first president to ride in a helicopter? Just think of time periods. If you know when your president was there, you might have a good guess. I told you there's going to be some easy ones, some
All right.
medium ones. What
All
we
right, I'm
got?
ready. I
We
got
got
JFK.
LBJ.
I got JFK. Yeah, I got JFK.
Dwight D. Eisenhower. All right, so we're still tied at 1-1. Which president
Oh
was
my
a graduate
God.
of the University of Michigan?
I got it. Wasn't he also offered a scholarship to play in the NFL or play football?
That wouldn't be a scholarship to play in the NFL.
Yeah, NFL.
All
Grant.
right, what we got?
Oh, it's not. Maybe I got the name wrong. Grant. I had Grant.
Yeah, Gerald Ford is right.
Gosh, I knew what it was.
Grant.
Dang.
He was on the team. I don't know if he had a scholarship.
I mean, Detroit Ford. Come on,
Yeah,
Brian. Where you
I
at?
knew what it was, man.
I mean,
I just got my names mixed up.
All right. Which late night talk show did President Clinton play the sax on while a candidate for the President of the United States? Which late night talk show? Hold on.
I'm ready.
What you got?
I got Letterman.
You guys are
I
both wrong.
said Johnny Carson.
Arsenio Hall
No.
show.
I mean,
Love that your voice.
Yeah. That's stereotyping right there.
What do you mean?
You know, come on, Clinton. Come on.
Which president is on the $50 coin? What you got,
I don't
Brian?
know.
You don't
I
know?
got Adams. I don't know.
It's 3-1.
The JFK? Really? I didn't
Yeah.
even know he was on a coin.
The $50 coin.
Side note,
Yeah.
my mom has a pretty extensive coin collection. So
Oh, it's like
she has a bunch of silver dollar, $50. So
name
pretty cool.
one of the two presidents from North Carolina. If you get two and one gets one, I don't know how we'll do it, but name one of the two presidents from North Carolina. If you can name both, name them both. You don't get any more points, but what we got?
I got Jackson. Jackson and Polk. We got one. It's Johnson.
No, Jackson's from South Carolina. 4-1.
Man, 4-1.
Polk County, man. Come on.
I told you this
Polk
wasn't my
County.
topic. Conspiracy theories are my topic.
John, this is you, Brian. You got this one. John Tyler fathered the most recorded children as a president. How many kids did he have? Closest to the number wins this. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be the closest.
Go with my lucky number here.
What we got?
I got 12.
Oh, Brian's got it. It's 15.
Oh my word, that boy's busy.
12.
Too
I had
much,
12
too
too.
much.
George.
These are recorded. He had more, they say, but they were recorded.
Yeah.
All right, 42.
You know, Osama bin Laden had 56 siblings. Just saying.
Sibling. That's not kids. Robert De Niro played this president in a skit on Saturday Night Live in 2002. I appreciate the stream talking about Saturday Night Live earlier. Big Saturday Night Live fan.
2002.
What we got?
Hold
I
on.
got. Oh, he hasn't written anything.
No, I haven't written.
Which president will Robert De Niro play? He's got
Mine
Nixon.
says Bush. I know
Oh,
you
you're both
can't
wrong.
see mine.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, neither one of us got it.
It was something about his
And
How many
Kagan,
questions we got
yes.
left?
I
one of
did
his
Kagan.
slave girls. So it's
Joel's
4
up by
to 2.
1.
No, it's 4 to 2.
No,
Yeah, but we've missed a couple, but yeah. I mean,
All right,
there's
we're still gonna do the tiebreaker.
all right.
'Cause
so
I
tiebreaker.
worked on this one.
Okay, appreciate
double
the
or
effort.
nothing. Double or nothing, Joel.
Double or nothing. There we go. What is the difference in days of the longest serving president and the shortest serving president?
Closest
in
to the
days?
answer wins.
That's right.
Okay.
All you can do is tiger, Brian. Double or nothing. This is
So-
double daily double, so you get 2 points for this one. It would be 4-4.
I'm trying to do some math here.
Now, yeah, you got as long as you want.
Is it closest without going over or
no?
closest?
Just closest
Oh, I got to change my answer.
in days. Yep.
I had a
in
different
days.
strategy.
In days. Yep. You're
So the
1-1.
person, the person who had the most And the person who had the least.
The difference between them.
Difference. Okay.
Yep. In days. All right, you guys ready?
No, hold on.
All right. Take your time. Take your time. You need this. You need
All
this,
right,
Brian.
got it.
You
All
need
right.
this for tie.
Okay.
Tie? How are we tying?
Because we said double or nothing.
This is
No,
daily
you
double.
said
No.
double.
rules.
I didn't
It's
agree
Ricky's
with that.
rules.
I
This
said
is
it was
trivia.
4-2, and this is worth 2 points. This is
He
worth
said
2
daily
points.
double.
This is total shenanigans here.
What you got? Joel, have confidence in your number.
1473.
700 days.
I got 1473.
700 days.
He's way closer.
Oh, I won. I won.
4,391 days. That was a tie.
I won. Yeah, we tied. I won. That's it.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think tied.
Yeah, you said double or nothing.
I know. Nobody agreed to that.
Hey, don't be
FDR
still a
served.
loser, Joel.
FDR
Don't be
served for
still a
that
loser.
long.
Yeah,
Oh.
4,000 days. 4,422.
Yes.
Harrison's 31.
That was my bad. I only did 2 years.
2 years, sir.
Yeah. So
It's 4 years for every president.
Yeah, my bad. So I'm redoing that.
Hey.
That's awesome. There was some cool things about
I've never
dogs
been
and
good at math, right? Never been good at math. I did know that William Henry Harrison only served for 31 days. Caught pneumonia in his inauguration speech.
When he did the inauguration speech, it was
Yeah.
so cold. Yeah.
All right, fellas, we got next week we'll be on here, and then the following week we are live in Atlantic City Wednesday night, all of us together, sitting at the round table. So looking forward to it.
I am
Oh,
too.
are we-
Words of
Go
wisdom, or Joel? How about you do another? How about you do that last final words of wisdom football speech real quick?
You want to give it one more go, Joe?
Get
Brief.
look, hey,
give
we're
us
about-
the abbreviated version.
I know what you're doing. You're doing the day before, but I want you to give me the speech you would give me if my kid's sitting in the locker room and you're about to go out there to play the number one team in the country, and you're let's say you're like 4-4. What kind of speech you giving us? Let's hear it. Go.
I can't. I'm not mentally in that mind frame, but I don't have the team speech memorized either, and be like running backs and the quarterbacks. And where's Mac at? Is Mac commented at all?
I hadn't seen Mac on today.
I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, we put a little pressure on Mac last night, but
we did. We told him.
did.
You show up, bro.
He didn't show up.
Hopefully tomorrow goes well. Hopefully, I'm glad Josh is not listening. He would critique me. And I'm just kidding.
No.
I did have some words of wisdom because, I talked about it before about, if you have the need to fill, if you see a need and you have the means to fill it, by all means, out of the goodness of your heart, you should consider doing it. Definitely. But if you do that act and then you publicize that act to get accolades and credit, I question if you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. So, good deeds go unnoticed. Just, be kind to one another. And if you can help someone out that truly is in need, by all means do it. But don't brag about it, especially on social media. I get tired of hearing about people who did this and do that just for likes and comments and, oh, you're such a wonderful person, when you leave out a lot of content that's involved. So that's it.
All right, fellas. Look forward to talking to you boys next week. Appreciate the words of wisdom there, Joel, and